You've been lied to, and the worst part? You didn't even notice it happening. Since the moment you could think, you were taught one thing, that if you just care enough, hustle enough, give enough of yourself, you'll finally be happy. So you care about what they think, about how you look, about whether you're falling behind, about everything. But here's the part no one talks about. Caring this much is destroying you. But what if the real path to peace wasn't giving more of a feck, but giving less? Not about nothing, but about the right things. This is the philosophy that pulled Mark Manson out of his own spiral. In his 20s, he was living the so-called dream, traveling the world, hooking up, running a popular blog. From the outside, he looked free, but inside, he was exhausted, trapped by the pressure to care about everything: money, women, clicks, approval. And yet, nothing felt real. He couldn't explain why he felt this way, until it hit him. Maybe the problem wasn't that he didn't care enough. Maybe he cared about all the wrong things. That moment, the breakdown behind the screen, was the seed. Not just for a book, but for a way out. So what does it really mean to stop giving a feck? Not in a careless, reckless way, but in a way that finally sets you free? That's what we're about to unpack. Here's what nobody tells you. In the middle of your mental burnout, your overthinking spiral, your late-night anxiety scroll through people who don't even know you exist. It is not that you are broken. It is not that you are falling behind. It is not that you are not enough. It is because you are giving too many facts about things that never deserve them. Your attention is like a currency, and just like money, you only have so much to spend in a day. Every time you check a notification, spend. Every time you overthink that one comment, spend. Every time you worry what they might be saying behind your back, spend. The problem is, most of us don't even realize we are going broke. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, we are giving our most valuable resource, our focus and attention, to things that never deserved it in the first place. Mark did this too. He spent years investing energy in things that looked important, but felt hollow. Popularity, praise, status. And yet, the more he had, the less peace he felt. That is when he realized it was not that he did not have enough to give. It was that he was giving it to the wrong things. So he made a decision, not to stop caring altogether, but to care on purpose. Because when you stop handing out your energy like free samples, you finally have the space to care deeply about the things that feed your soul. That is not selfish. That is emotional freedom. The question is no longer how much you care. It is, what is actually worth giving a feck about? If you only have so many to give them wisely. So now you know the trap. You know how we end up empty, giving energy to everything and meaning to nothing. But the question remains, what should we actually care about? Are there rules? A compass? A way to tell the difference between what matters and what does not? Mark Manson did not write this book from a mountaintop. He wrote it from the middle of his own breakdown. He was doing everything right by society's playbook: freedom, money, women, internet fame. But underneath, he felt directionless. Every new win felt a little emptier than the last. He started questioning, why do I still feel like crap even when I am getting what I thought I wanted? After deep introspection, he realized the real problem was not whether or not he cared. It was what he was using to measure his life. See, every decision we make is based on some kind of value. And most of us, we are using broken metrics. Mark had spent years chasing pleasure, approval, admiration. But those values, they are externally controlled, fleeting. They are not rooted in anything you can own. He realized something radical. You need to choose values that are internally driven, reality-based and process-focused, not outcome-obsessed. For example, Mark used to care about being liked by everyone. Now, he values being honest, even when it is uncomfortable. He used to chase pleasure and ease. Now, he values growth, which often feels hard. That shift did not make his life easier. It made it real. Here is why this matters to you. If you are using crappy values to measure your life, like whether people approve of you, how fast you are making it, or how perfect everything looks, you will always feel like a failure, even when you are winning. So, what are the values in the book that could be your guiding light? This brings us to the major theme in The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Feck by Mark Manson. According to Mark, good values share a few traits. They are rooted in reality. They are within your control. They are constructive even when they are difficult. Here are a few of the values Mark now lives by, and what they look like in real life. Number 1. Responsibility. Even when something is not your fault, it might still be your responsibility. Example. Instead of blaming others for his emotional numbness, Mark took ownership of the beliefs and habits that fed it. Number 2. Honesty. Truth is not always nice, but it is necessary. Example. He wrote blogs that got him hate, but also helped people finally feel seen. Number 3. Vulnerability. Happiness does not come from avoiding pain. It comes from working through it. Example: Mark let go of pretending to have it all together and started sharing the messy, real parts of his journey. Number 4. Resilience. Life will hurt. Choose values that can survive the pain. Example: instead of valuing success, he started valuing persistence. Even when his book pitches were rejected, he kept writing. So ask yourself, what do you measure your life by? Are you chasing something you actually believe in, or just something that sounds good in a caption? If you have been feeling lost, anxious, burned out, maybe it is not you. Maybe it is just your values that are out of alignment. And the good news? You get to choose new ones. You do not need to stop caring. You just need to stop caring about everything. Because when you start giving your facts with purpose, that is when life starts to feel like yours. But let us be honest. Choosing better values does not magically make life easier. In fact, it can feel harder, because life will still test you. You will still get rejected. Even when you are being authentic, you will still fail. Even when you do everything right, you will still lose people, miss chances, and fall short of your expectations. That is the pain no one escapes. Sometimes the pain is loud, like a breakup you did not see coming, like getting fired from a job you gave everything to, like putting your heart into something and watching it flop. And sometimes, the pain is quiet. Waking up with no motivation, watching others succeed while you feel stuck, feeling invisible in a room full of people. Pain shows up as failure, comparison, loneliness, grief, disappointment. It will come. The question is, when it does, will you be prepared to face it? If your worth is built on being liked, being impressive, or always being on, pain will rip you apart. But if your worth is built on truth, growth, honesty, and resilience, pain will not break you. It will refine you. The real power of not giving effect is not to block the pain, but to face it without letting it defeat you. Because when life hurts, and it will, the right values will help you survive, and the wrong ones, they will bury you. This brings us to the final section. I will leave you with 5 practices to help you practice the art of not giving effect daily. So, how do you actually live this? How do you practice the subtle art of not giving effect without checking out of life completely? You get intentional, you get selective, you get honest. First, create a effect budget. You only have so much energy every day. Treat it like a bank account. Ask yourself, is this worth spending a piece of me on? If the answer is not hell yes, it is probably a no. Second, identify what is truly effect-worthy. What are the 3 to 5 things in your life that are actually worth your time, your energy, your emotions? Get clear. That is your compass. Third, start saying no without explaining. You do not owe everyone access. Saying no is an act of self-respect. Not everything deserves a response. Not everyone gets a seat at your table. Fourth, accept that discomfort is the price of freedom. You will disappoint people. You will be misunderstood. You might feel lonely at first, but that discomfort, that is the cost of freedom, and it is worth it. Fifth, redirect your effects to what fuels you. Every effect you stop giving to things that drain you becomes fuel for things that feed you. So no, do not stop caring. Just care less about what breaks you and more about what builds you. If this message hit home, comment below, I choose clarity. Remember, caring less is not cold. It is wise. And if you want to know how to escape the matrix from the book Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, check out this next video.